This beautiful nails Artfinity design was created by Sindy Mark, KUPA's creative director and star educator. Sindy used the Artfinity Earth Tones Fall collection to create this beautiful autumn rose design. Using the Beautiful Nails 3D sculpting brush and the 3D liquid monomer, pick up a small ball of the Snow White and double dip it into the milk chocolate brown and place on the nail. Add a small amount of liquid to your brush to slide the ball, creating a vine effect. Apply a second small ball of brown by double dipping and placing it just above the first ball. Lightly drag your acrylic into shape. Swirl down the nail to create the vines that will be the underside of the flower we will create later in this video. The product will continue to move because we are working very wet, which gives you more time for working the shape. Detail your work by moving a little faster than you would when you do petals or flowers. Use the brush flat to press in the swirls flatter and add detail to the shape. Double dip the green relish product in milk chocolate by putting pressure on the very tip of the brush as you work to help with your designs. A little tip on keeping your brush clean and in perfect shape when transitioning colors is to dip your brush in the liquid and clean it on the table towel. Always bring it back to a perfect point and do this every time you release from the nail after applying product. Remember, you should always work wet so the product will easily move and give you enough time to work it into shape. Next, we will apply red and brown for the petals. Double dip into the cherry tomato and then the milk chocolate. Place the ball, clean your brush, and press your leaf into the center, pushing the product out to the side, creating the raised edges of the leaves, and then pull the point to the top. Double dip again and place the next ball of color just below the first one. With your brush, add pressure to the center, separating the sides and flattening the center. Then pull the tip to a point. Come back in and refine the tip's shape from the outside until it is perfect. Next, we'll apply the blue and white rose with the Snow White and Pool Party. Dip your brush again and wipe out the excess. Double dip into the Snow White and then the blue Pool Party and place the ball in the center of the two leaves you just created. Wait a second or two to allow the product to start setting up. While doing this, wipe your brush to a perfect point. At a 45-degree angle using the tip of the brush, press the center of the ball of product to create the petal, which will also expose the blue on the double dipping. After we add more petals, the blue can be seen in the center of the flower. Double dip again and add a second ball, working the inside edge of the previous ball. This will be for dimension. Work the brush so it presses inside and raises the edges. Apply a third ball of double-dipped powder. Turn the brush around and place the ball so the blue color is on the underside. Then on the bottom of the flower, double dip again and add a fourth petal. Wipe your brush and come back in and press the center and bring the petal to a point. Then repeat this step for the fifth petal. When you are working on the opposite side of the nail, you want to over-direct your arm so you position your brush at the opposite angle. And always start at the center and work outwards. Now that we have 5 petals, we are going to start layering for a 3D effect. Place the next ball of product on top and in the center of 2 of the petals. The brush will need to be slightly higher, so work at an 80-degree angle as you work the petal into shape. Apply a little bit of pressure in the center, and with the tip of your brush and working outwards, leave the back side of the petal intact and apply a total of 3 petals. Now we are going to apply in the center of the flower. Double dip your ball of powder and drop it into the middle. Hold it for a second, pull away, and clean your brush. At a 90-degree angle, press the tip of the brush into the center of the ball and create a center hole. Now on to the detail work. Double dip into the Snow White and then the pool party. Place the ball just above the flower, leaving a little space. You want to do the same thing below the flower. Be sure to wipe the outside edges and refine the shape so it appears more like a leaf. Sindy is now working the details around the vines by adding individual petals to the vines. Remember to press the center of the petal flat with the belly of your brush, and to separate the color, turn the brush around, exposing the blue color and flattening the center. Wipe the outsides to sharpen the shape and bring the leaf to a point. Add a small dot of snow white powder to the center of each petal. Remember, it's never too late to come back into the design and add detail and additional petals to give the flower more dimension. If your product is not drying fast enough, start by cleaning up your brush. Dip it into the liquid and wipe it clean. Dip it again, pick up a ball of your first color, double dip by slightly touching the second color, and allow the ball to sit on the tip of your brush for a few seconds so it sets up a bit before you place it on the nail. Applying precision petals takes control and a good pointed brush that does not hold too much liquid. The Beautiful Nails 3D sculpting brush is a size 4 with the perfect point you need. It has been manufactured specifically for detail work and precision designs. The Artfinity 3D sculpting powders used in this video was milk chocolate, very berry and relish, pool party, orange slice, cherry tomato, black licorice, and snow white. In addition, the glitter effects colors we used was gold mine and leprechaun green. Cindy prepared her nail with a mixture of orange slice, milk chocolate, and snow white. To finish off your 3D acrylic design, apply Artfinity 3D top coat and lightly apply around the edges on the flowers and the petals in the design work. You do not want to oversaturate, you just want to highlight the details of your work. This video was brought to you by KUPA Incorporated. For more designs by KUPA Star educators like this one by Sindy Mark, visit the website at www.kupainc.com. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Facebook.